guys, I'm here just showing you how to put rear brakes and new rotors on a 2002 Hyundai Elantra. It's pretty simple. Not really a lot of tools required, basic tools. The one tool I needed that I had to rent was actually this to push the pistons back on the calipers. But outside of that, it's pretty straightforward. And I'm going to show you how it's done. I'm installing a new set of pads that I got from R Concepts, and I'm replacing the stock rotors with pre-drilled and slotted rotors, which actually help the brakes stay cooler when you're stopping, and at the same time it keeps them from warping, which is one of the biggest problems, especially with the Hyundai Elantras. You know, for some reason the original stock rotors seem to warp because they overheat very quickly. I had that problem with the front, and you'll know they're warped because the steering, when you press the brakes, you get that really hard vibration on your steering wheel. So if you have to replace yours, I recommend getting drilled and slotted rotors because, like I said, they stay cooler longer and they don't warp. I got mine from R1 Concepts on eBay. They also have a website, and prices are good. So for starters, we're going to remove the caliper, and I'm using a 14mm socket to remove the brake caliper. We'll start by removing that. We'll put this aside. There's 2 screws that hold the caliper in place. Once you got those out, I'll show you what you're going to do. Some people use an impact ratchet on here. I have one, but I just prefer to use a manual ratchet. Okay, I took the both screws off the caliper. You see them right there. We'll put these aside. We're going to reuse that. Then you just slide the caliper right out, and there it is. That's your rear brake caliper. Once that's out, just come in here and you pull the 2 old brake pads out. See, these brake pads here they're not too bad. They're low, but they're not too bad. But since I'm replacing the rotors with new ones, I'm putting the brake pads in there as well. So we're not going to be reusing these, so I'll put these away. Eventually we'll get rid of those. Now, in order to remove this brake rotor, we have to remove this bracket. This bracket here is what actually holds the caliper in place. It uses the same 14mm socket. It has 2 screws as well in the back. These might be a little tighter. Actually, they're not too bad on mine. Sometimes they're tight. You remove those 2 screws, and that will release the bracket. Okay, that's out. Okay, so that's the bracket. This is the bracket that actually holds the brake pads and the caliper in place. So we'll put these screws aside alongside the other ones. They are different, so you can't mix them up. Put these little shims back in here. Put that aside. And now, all we have to do is remove the rotor. Now, the rotor comes with a screw here. The purpose of the screw is pretty much to hold the rotor in place while you're installing the new brake pads. This screw came off pretty easily. A lot of the times these screws are like frozen solid in there, so you can use an impact screwdriver to remove it. But, you know, in this case it came out pretty easily, which was nice, and now the rotor's out. Pretty much it as far as the removal. I'm going to do a separate video for the installation. Thanks for watching.